I'm going to read this, right? So don't worry. This isn't about eye contact with the camera. I am presenting a model of human biology that provides a clear path forward for improving your health. Consider how bodies repair to better understand why your body isn't functioning the way you want it to, and why it isn't responded to the various healthcare modalities approaches that you have taken. Fundamentally, every biological life form's first priority is to remove metabolic and environmental toxins from its biochemistry. Otherwise, your biology becomes less and less functional. A fundamental cause of your current health status is that your blood cleaning functions are congested, so your body can't remove these toxins from your systems. Every healthcare modality you use will be more effective as your blood is cleaned. The congested condition of your biochemistry is due to a mix of your genetics, of your exposure to environmental toxins, of your emotional traumas that have occurred throughout your life. All of these impact our ability to impact the accumulation of these toxins in our body that directly inhibits our biochemistry from functioning. Many toxins can be transmitted through generations, so it's not just what you've been exposed to, it's what your parents, grandparents were exposed to before you. The knowledge of how to repair blood cleaning and your other biological functions resides within your subconscious, what I refer to as your repair brain. I'm communicating with your conscious mind, your intellectual mind, and that conscious brain can only guess what symptoms mean. Your subconscious, your repair brain knows what those symptoms means, and it is one that is creating those symptoms to communicate that it doesn't have what it takes to repair your biology to maintain your functions. Your repair brain can guide your body's repair, and it needs your conscious brain to provide the supports that it needs so that your repair brain needs your conscious mind to learn what your body needs for its repair, the changing supports, right? This is a dynamic process. You don't take one thing and then just go, move with that, or this set of supplements, herbs, whatever. It is a changing as your body unravels the congested biochemistry. And so your conscious brain, part of its job here is to provide the environment. So the role of your conscious brain in your health, right, is there, your food choices, right, keeping your blood sugar stable. It is about moving your body, right, and learning about that. It is about understanding the many, many ways we have chemical exposures just in our houses, from what we wash our bodies with, what we wash our clothes with, what we wash our living areas with, and the chemicals that come in our food from various places. So those are all things that are important, because without those being addressed, it is going to be hard for your body to repair. Addressing emotional traumas, emotional impacts, because emotional traumas keep our body in a state of stress that suppresses the biological repair. Biology requires time to repair. This is one of the most important statements I can make. So many people keep score too soon, right? We've been trained, take this drug, whatever, this supplement, and your symptom goes away. Well, if you take something and your symptom goes away relatively quickly, most likely, not always, you are blocking something, right? You're not repairing the biology. Biology takes time. The best present you can give yourself is the perseverance to continue supporting your body as you go whatever path, and generally it is much slower than anybody wants, right? But progress is always moving forward as your biology repairs. So recognize that the model I'm talking about here, cleaning your blood so that your blood can clean your cells of the toxins so your cells can function properly, is going to take much more time than you want it to. We're talking, many months as far as getting this going, but over the course of years for replacing this. And in big part is that you're never going to not be exposed to more toxins, all right? You have toxins in your body that have been there from the day you were born that are never going to completely leave your body. And you have toxins you're exposed to every day. Every breath you take is bringing in a whole slew of different chemicals that our ancestors never had to deal with, in their bodies before. So, what is needed by you, what your body needs, your conscious brain, is to have the perseverance to hang in there, to recognize that this is moving slow and the miracles happen over time. And the fastest way for you to get from where you are to where you want to be is to support your subconscious, your repair brain with what it needs to do the continual unraveling of your congested biochemistry. What I see is that people's health improves over time, and as you feel better, let me see what I got here. Well, what I see is that people's health improves. Yeah, we'll just skip all that. And then the next piece going into here is actually talking about, what's going on with their bodies. So when I'm going to talk about a nerve cell, a brain cell in the one of our neurons in our brain, right? Because and using that, but this is every cell in your body, whether it's a digestive cell, a muscle cell, a joint cell, and such. And the reason that cell isn't functioning is because the machinery, the factories inside the cell are congested. So inside each cell you have your energy factory called the mitochondria. You have your protein factories called the ribosomes. You have your nuclear membrane that regulates gene expression from those genes in those cells. Those factories are congested, right? So they are not functioning appropriately. And when we take different supplements, nutrients to boost our energy, right, to increase that mitochondrial functioning, we can have short-term improvements in symptoms, but long-term, you're having more metabolic garbage building up. The reason your mitochondria aren't functioning in the first place, your energy factories aren't functioning in the first place, is because they are congested with metabolic monkey wrenches. So those metabolic monkey wrenches are in your energy factories, your protein factories, and these other factories inside the cells, because inside the cells, the matrix of how the cell moves things is congested with a lot of metabolic garbage, right? Metabolic monkey wrenches. And that inside of the cells is congested with these metabolic monkey wrenches because the cell membranes have significant numbers of metabolic monkey wrenches, so they can't move the garbage out of the cells. And the cell membranes, where cell membranes is where all of our physiology occurs, and it's a three-dimensional function, right? Biology is three-dimensional. Biology is dependent on how light waves move through our biological systems. Well, that three-dimensional structure is corrupted by these chemicals in the membranes, and we can't move as many toxins across the cell membranes into the capillary beds, right? These are the small blood vessels, because those capillary beds have a lot of garbage inside of them, right? Limiting, restricting, the movement of toxins and of the movement of nutrients, right? Needed nutrients into the cells. And those capillary beds are clogged up because the main blood flow is clogged up. The main blood flow has so many different chemicals in it that is creating these inflammatory responses in your body. And that blood is congested because your primary blood cleaning mechanisms, which fundamentally comes down to the bile system in your liver, the bile liver system, and your kidneys, are congested, right? They are poisoned. They are not able to do their job, so you have this ever increasing buildup of chemicals in your body. Blood cleaning is the foundation for turning around any health condition you have, all right? Because it fundamentally is coming down from not being able to move these chemicals out. So if you want your brain to function better, or any other cell in your body, you got to get the garbage out of the cell. Get the garbage out of the cell, you got to get the garbage out of the blood. To get the garbage out of the blood, you have to support the repair of your blood cleaning mechanisms. And fundamental to the blood cleaning mechanisms are your digestive functions. They all three have to be supported at the same time. That bile liver function, the kidney function, and your digestive function. Otherwise, you're not going to make progress forward, right? You can't just do one and then work on the other. They all work together. It is a team, right? Our bodies, we are made up of multiple team members. And not every team member responds favorably to however you support it. All right? Just like being a parent with multiple children, not everybody wants to eat the same thing or go to the same park or whatever that is. It is the job of your repair brain to identify what is going to help the greatest number of team members. And so, which is sometimes why we don't feel improvements in our symptoms right away. Sometimes we can have a little bit of a increase in negative symptoms and such as your body, again, continues to decongest this biochemistry. The analogy or the metaphor is you've got a tangled rope, and to untangle that rope, you pull on this piece for a little bit, and then you pull on this piece for a little bit. You move on this piece, now you go back to the original piece, start moving that, and as you continue to rotate around, your body's able to loosen and open up and open, so now you've got a rope that is now free and not all knotted up. You can't just pull on one end and just keep pulling. All right, that never works and just causes more congestion. That's why it's important not to keep taking the same things over and over and again, because rarely does your body want the same things over and over. It needs to adapt, right, to where your biochemistry is at now, and to adapt, it needs to make changes. So that's, anyways, we'll go with that.